What do you think makes someone a good person?
What do I think makes a person a good person?
Exactly.
Is that he keep it real with himself.
Yep.
Don't be a Grinch this year. To make a person a good person is he has to know himself. Self, and to know that you have a heart.
Giving back, I
Mhm.
would say. I feel like when you ask someone, like, would you rather give or receive a gift? And I think if you are someone that says give, you're a better person. But you're just thinking about others too.
Thinks about the impact of their decisions on other people.
Okay.
Try to be a good person. I know that as all humans, sometimes we're flawed and we make mistakes. But I think for the most part, when I make a decision, I try to think about the impact it's going to have on most people. There was something that Spock said in one of the Star Trek movies that really hit home for me, which is the needs of the many far outweigh the needs of the few, or the one.
You a good person?
I think so.
Why?
I have good values. I think someone who really values their family does the right thing.
Yeah.
Someone who looks out for the well-being of human beings and the sustainability of the natural world.
Oh, it's kind of a hard question, but I would say from personal experience, I'd say being a good person is giving away what people need.
Okay.
Someone who is mindful, someone who is caring, someone who looks out for others, someone who dedicates their life to their community.
Genuineness. I feel like Boston gets a bad rap of people are just like cranky, but like if I see someone struggling, it's a tourist, especially in this area, like they don't know where they're going or they need directions. I'll always like kind of just like, hey, like be kind to them. Like, where are you going? Like, let me help you, so we can kind of establish a better, a representation of just the mood of here. But I think emotional.
But I'm not homeless, fortunately.
Yep.
And people they'll misjudge you. They want to know what they're giving their money to. So I wouldn't give my money to people who even then, who's to say he's not an angel asking you for something?
Yeah.
But that don't make him a good person. Some people just give you just to get you off their back. A good man is hard to find. And a good woman is as well.
Yeah.
Just remember thyself. Remember that some part of your family might have been hungry. They might have kids that they're trying to feed.
Yeah.
And that don't make you a good person. Even if you don't have it, you can still be a nice person.
If you do it in silence, I think that's classy. If you're giving money to someone that needs it, or food to someone that people are begging on the street. Like I always try to silently do that, or I'm not going to be posting it on Instagram being like I fed a person that's unhoused. Like I just think that's odd.
Yep.
And at the end of the day, they're still getting what they need.
I think it depends on how you're brought up. So for example, I think in liberal households, liberal parents try to teach their kids to think of more than just themselves.
Yep.
I think in conservative households, parents tend to teach their kids, hey, your family is most important. You need to focus on what's best for you. And I think that's the dilemma that we have in society these days.
And people who are mindful of, how their actions affect others, on a big scale. You have, in the world of politics, thinking about how do we care for the most people? How do we do the sort of altruism of like, how do we do the most good? But on a personal level too, it's like, how can, I'm married, I have a wife, and just every day you wake up and think about like, how can the way I live my life, the way I share a space with my spouse, how can I bless her? How can I look out for her interests as a human being? How can I nurture her and care for her as much as or more than I care for myself? And it does involve self-sacrifice, because sometimes like I have a lot of hobbies that I'm involved in, and sometimes it's I want to spend more time on my hobbies, and the right thing to do is to spend more time with my wife to make her feel loved and appreciated.
I think you have to make sure that everyone understands that, like you said, we're all in this together, and that every decision we make impacts other people. And the goal of a society should be to create a place that most people feel comfortable, happy, and can survive. That's the goal. It should not be, hey, a competition, everyone has their fair share, everyone gets to do whatever they want to do, and the winners are on one side and everyone else is a loser. I think that's the problem.
Yeah.
No,
Good
no,
person
no.
or-
I don't think kindness makes a part of a goodness.
Yep.
There's a lot of things make a good person.
Mhm.
People this day and age need to have an understanding about themselves, about people's other beliefs, about don't saying that because I'm Catholic or I'm Jewish or I'm Muslim or I'm Christian or I'm a Magian or I'm follow the first religion.
High school, I've been in high school. I volunteered for the Red Cross.
Nice.
I was their fundraising officer at the high school Red
Nice.
Cross Club, and
Yeah.
during when Hurricane Maria hit Puerto Rico back in 2017,
Oh, wow.
I led the fundraising effort for our
Oh,
high
super
school at
cool.
Homecoming. I
Nice.
was out in the streets. I was out
Yeah.
in the parade in the auditorium during the skits.
Yep.
Of encouraging people to donate to the Red Cross, and that's what I did during lunch periods as well.
Yeah.
And about
Peace for one day. Let's see how it acts. Let's pray for the people in Ukraine. Let's pray for the people in Russia. Let's pray for the United States. They say Trump ain't no good. Hey, you know how it go. But, he's whom he is.
Yeah.
He knows where his heart's at.
Yeah.
You better start thinking about them comets and aliens. You better think about that. Then ain't going to be no good person. There's going to be some persons, but they still going to be good trying to help you out of that sinkhole. And me too.
Yeah.
But that, my name is Charles. Have a great day.
Would you say being a good person is thankless?
No, I would not say that. I would say that it's not a black and white thing. Sometimes you
I
can
like
do the
that.
right thing,
Yep. I
and
love that answer.
people are just completely oblivious to the fact that you're bending over backwards for them and really taking you for granted. And those are not healthy people. But a healthy person will acknowledge when you are a healthy person to them,
Yep.
and make you feel appreciated.
Awesome.
I'd say it's a mix of both.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah, it depends on. I'd say it's a mix of both.
Yeah.
Because people may not do the actions that I have done,
Yeah.
but they can still very much be a good person.
Yep.
Just simply by being a simple good Samaritan,
Uh-huh.
or just telling veterans, "Oh, thank you for your service," or
Yeah.
or just thanking the bus driver. Something as simple as that
Yeah.
can go a long way.
Yeah.
That would make you, because you thought about him. Today is a good day. If we all stood as the good people that makes you a good person, let's pray all together this day.
Mhm.
Just to say, God, the Lord of my understanding, whomever you may be,
Yep.
let's pray for.
As a kid, I wanted to be an architect, but
Yeah.
seeing how much I was doing helping people in high school, I thought that being a transit employee was better for me, especially since I've always
that's
trained
super
since
cool.
childhood,
Yeah.
and now I'm a paratransit employee, and I'm
Cool.
actually someone with disabilities. So so as a self advocate for my community, I'm helping my community through being a paratransit employee.
Super cool.
I'd say definitely help clean up your community streets.
Mhm.
If someone is trying clean the streets of snow, or just someone or someone's yards, help them. Like if there's a senior living at home, help them
Yeah.
out. That would help very much going
Yeah.
a long way, something like that.
What makes you a good person is that you have to believe in something.
Mhm.
And even if you're agnostic, you still believe in something.
Yeah.
You don't get the fresh air here. Who do you thank for it?
Yeah.
Thank the goodness. What if God needed something from us?
Mhm.
Breakfast.
Yeah.
Can be in your mind.
Yeah.
A nice home. A tree. A swing.
Yeah.
And that.
I think we can very much find the balance.
Mhm.
I come from a very diverse background.
Yeah.
My background are countries that Americans tend to hate. I'm half Cuban.
Okay.
And I know Cuba is often viewed in a negative light in this country, and when we want to improve our country, there's nothing. It's very patriotic to look at our mistakes and learn from them, and to improve them, so we can very much be the country that we're meant to be.
Yep.
We should very much be learning from other countries. That's being more open.
Yep.
And learn from other cultures. That's very more open. Or we should very much be. It's we tend to be, especially nowadays, we tend to be more hateful or racist. We don't give people or their cultures a chance. Like especially like right now, like looking at all the backlash towards Malays, unfortunately.
Yeah. Honestly, the reason I do it is I've always like wanted like I watched a guy growing up who did this in New York, and then I've always been very interested in other people. Like, and I think that like I'm very social. I like learning from others. Like I'm Swedish originally, moved here. I lived in Spain for a couple of years, so I just love learning from others from different cultures, and that sets me apart and something that makes me uncomfortable. And this was something that like I'd never talked to a camera before, and it made me extreme. This is my first time ever doing it. I usually hide over there in the corner, but so things like that, yeah, I think stretching outside my comfort zone and then learning from others, because I love people, so I love learning. That's why I do it. Yeah, awesome.